Hey, it's Kim. Welcome to today's video where I'm going to be setting up for the month of June. And I will say as a disclaimer, I feel like I should always add disclaimers to my videos, but I never do. This one will in fact be long, I'm pretty sure, because not only am I setting up my June monthly and collection pages, as you may have seen if you've ever seen one of my monthly plan with me videos before, but I'm also going to include my June weeklies. So I tried that out for May. I did a separate video for the May weeklies and I kind of liked how it turned out, or I like the fact that I set them all up ahead of time. So I'm going to do that exact same thing for the month of June. And I did have some votes in a previous video asking if I should keep all of that stuff in one video, like one long video, or to split them up. And most people requested a really long video, so I'm here for it. I actually really love long videos. I will get, you know, my planner, a beverage, and sit down and watch really long videos. And it could be any topic. It could be planning, it could be plants, it could be just general stuff, because I pretty much watch YouTube the way I watch TV. But anyway, I say all that to say this will be a long video. Please make sure you get, I don't know, a beverage, get your planner out or something. I have my coffee, which is almost finished. I also have an assortment of beverages. I do this every morning. I have some green juice here, and I also have a large canteen, as my husband likes to call it, of water. So get all your beverages, let's sit down, let's have a chat, and we're going to walk through setting up for the month of June. Okay, so I do have the Sterling Ink subscription sticker kit for the month of June, as usual, as I always do. And I did pull out some washi tapes and everything that I think I'm going to be using for the month. And here is the swatch page that I put together about a week or so ago, and I pulled out all of the tombos and everything that I'm going to need to get set up for the month. And as usual, aside from like doing all of this to kind of swatch out and start and think through, I haven't done anything else. So we're just gonna, you know, wing it. And I do know that this is the pen I'll be using for June. I'm not sure if I'll be doing a currently inked for the month of June. We'll see. But this is a TWSBI Diamond Mini, Diamond 580 Mini. And the color in here is Diatramentus Charles Dickinson. I believe that sounds about right. I think that's what this ink is. So it's a really dark, deep kind of grayish or green with a little grayish undertone, and that's the ink I'm going to be using for the month of June. So let's get into it, starting of course with the actual monthly overview. And as usual, I have my little sticky note of appointments and things that I need to make sure I remember here. So I'll set that to the side, and then I have all of my little page flags or reminders of things that I need to schedule for the month. Yeah, I'll come back. Actually, I'm going to leave this here because I didn't write that on my little sticky note, so I'll leave that there so I don't forget to fill it in. Alright, and I also do want to do a quarterly check-in, so quarter 2, which would be at the end of June, obviously. So I do want to leave this on here. Maybe I'll kind of like leave it towards the bottom, of course, because that will be done at the end of the month. So those are the few reminders that I'll leave for myself, and pulling out all of the things that we have from the subscription kit. Of course, I always go through all of this just about as soon as I receive them. So I've done that already, to look and see what the colors are and to ooh and ah over all of the things that came in the kit. And these are the pretty vellums that have come in the kit as well. I feel like I haven't been using my vellum lately, and I want to. So I got to figure out a way to use them. But for the most part, I haven't been using a lot of them. for the past couple of months. So I'm going to do that again. This is upside down. So right now, the first thing I'm going to do is cut down this calendar. So the June calendar comes in a B6 size, which is almost 5 inches wide. But for my planner, I need it to be about 4.25. Yes, 4.25 inches wide. So I'm going to trim it down. And I often hate cutting off any of like the florals or the deco or anything on the side, but I think it's a good thing that there's most of the deco is over on this side, so I'll just have to cut off this little sliver over here. So I'm going to do that. So this will be ready to tip in once I get to my collection pages for the month. And these are the dated stickers along with the days, which I'll set aside because I only need that when I'm doing my actual dailies. So here's the kit in all its glory. And we have a large scene sticker and some larger florals, the washi strips, as well as some other florals. There's 2 of those. Oh, one thing I noticed. Oh, this is on, I guess, the opaque paper. I don't know if it's called matte. But usually I get the transparent washi paper. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference on the screen. But this is, I believe, on the white background. I guess I haven't gotten the white background stickers in a long time, or the matte stickers in a long time, but I'm assuming that's what that is. So my guess is that that was a little bit of a mistake, but a happy accident as far as I'm concerned, because I'm still going to use it and I still do like it. I like actually this opaque kind of paper. It's a little bit different than the ones I used to get in the earlier versions of the subscription kits. So here are all of the other stickers that we got going on in this month's kit, and it's really pretty, very subdued. The colors are extremely subdued. I'm not sure if you can tell that or not, but there's a little bit of, well, a lot of green, obviously, a tiny bit of blue, a little bit of more of this like burgundy-ish color. I feel like there's a better word to use than burgundy. But anyway, these are the washies that I pulled out to use. This one is a floral washi, and it's actually from Sterling Ink. I got it a couple of years ago. I'm not sure if they still sell it. This one is from a kit, a set of grid washies that I got from Amazon. It's white with green grid on it. And this one, I actually believe it's from Amanda Lee Doodles. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I'll try to put it below if I can. But it's also a grid washi in like a deeper green kind of color. And then this one is from Paper Minty Studio. And it is a thicker washi, and it's almost like a glittery kind of tape, which you can't quite tell or appreciate on camera. But it's like daffodils or daisies. But it's really pretty, and I thought it complemented this kit well. So those are all the pieces, parts, and components that I'm working with for today. I'm going to go ahead and start setting up the monthly layout. And what I will typically do is start out by putting the label up there at the top for the month and some washi, and that's how I'm gonna get started. I thought maybe I would put something under here to kind of raise it up, but honestly I don't care so much. So I'll start out, I think I want to start with some of this grid washi, but something else also, maybe these two. I actually think I would like that because I'm trying to bring in more of the green on this part. So here, like, I layered the 2 washies. Again, layered 2 washies, and then did one of the decorative stickers right next to it. I think we're going to do pretty much the same thing. And I want to start with this washi. That's much more colorful. I need my washi cutter little card. There. And before I put the second washi, I'm going to decide which of these decorative stickers I want to include here. Usually I'll do one of these border stickers. And then the title for the month, that's not bad. I would actually prefer, though, if the flower on the border sticker were over on this side so that it didn't overlap there. Okay, so maybe we'll do, oh, this one's not bad either. I kind of wish I had more color in it, though. So let's keep looking. See if there's anything else I would prefer to use. And it's a nice warm day out today, so my windows are wide open, so you may hear traffic going by, maybe not, but that's what that is. Should you hear anything. What if I did that one and then that one, because I still want the pink in there. All right. Alright, I'm gonna kind of build this backwards a little bit. Yeah. So we got a lot of layering and overlap happening, but it's really easy to do since these stickers are pretty thin. So it doesn't create too much bulk. It's on like the washi, it's a washi type of sticker. Okay, I like that. I don't hate it. Alright, so that's the top part. I do have a nice bottom border here on the calendar, which I may... do I want to use one of these? Maybe, actually. So this thicker washi strip, I may want to use. But I do think it would look best overlapped with a different washi, maybe that one. Because now I'm feeling like I don't know if I want to do the green floral washi up top and at the bottom. Or a better compromise could possibly be doing like half. So I'm just going to eyeball just about how much I want of this, and then also, okay, let's sit that there for a minute. I think I'm going to put this one down and then overlap the floral washi just above it. Slightly on top of it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I am covering some of the day blocks for the 29th and the 30th, but that's okay. I should still have enough space to write in whatever I need to write for those days. And then we could do should I just leave it full or whole, I should say? Yeah, why not? That would be easier for me. Oops. A little bit crooked. Not bad. Alright, and this is the 1st of July, so I actually could do something a little more decorative there, since it's not really a useful spot. I really like this like teapot, and I kind of wish there was a bigger one of those that I could use. That's too big. Yeah, I don't believe, no, there's only like another small teapot. So maybe I'll leave that as is and then come back and maybe fill something in there if I'm led to later on, or I'll just leave it just the same, just like that. All right, so there are a few things that I need to mark for the month, and I've been deciding which Tombow marker I want to use for that, and I think I'm gonna use N57, which is a dark grayish greenish. I normally wouldn't use a marker so dark, but I'm really feeling it. So let me make sure that that is actually what I want to do. I think so. So how about first I'm going to put some dots or stickers in the places where I have things coming up, and I need to go grab my dot stickers. Hold on. I'm just going to use something out of my collection of cloth and paper stickers. I actually kind of like this color. Ibiza. At first I thought that I would do one called Legend, which is like a dark greenish kind of color, but now that I'm looking at it, I feel like it's too dark. Let's just do Ibiza. Do I have strips for these? I do not. I do not. Okay. So this will be the color. And oh, I have a lot of things going on in June. So let's do, there's something on the 1st. I just made a nail appointment. So when is that? Oh, the 7th and the 26th. I have nail appointments. I just made the appointments yesterday, so I did not write them down on my planner. 7th and the 26th. And I feel like there's something else going on the 7th. There is indeed. Do I mark that with a sticker? Or let me circle back to that. Okay, so the 1st, oh, we've got the 6th. I have something I need to do. There you go. That's not that. That's something like a reminder. I feel like, no, I want to mark reminders with a marker. Yeah, even though it's something that's timed. Yeah. Okay. And then two things on the 7th. I'm okay with that. And then something else on the 8th. One, 6, 7, 8. These are not written in order, but I'm trying to look at them in order, which I feel like never actually works. There's something on that day. 19. Oh, this is Juneteenth. And then oh, there's something on this day that is not even on my list. Ay, ay, ay. What is the point of the list, Kimberly, if you're not going to actually write things down on it? Okay, so I know something special going on that day. This, I believe, is the last day of school. Which I'm like, do kids even go to school on the last day of school? Especially if graduations are like the day before? I don't know. Do they? Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, on the 23rd, I have a wedding. 23rd, I have a wedding to go to. And this could warrant a larger sticker. The 15th, there's also something. I wrote that. 16th, I wrote that. Okay, I think I got everything straight. Let's see. Let's take it from the top. So I got the 16th, 23rd, 19th. Oh, the 10th. The 10th. The 7th. The 7th. The 20th. The 15th, the 8th, the 1st, the 6th, the 6th, and then 19th through the 21st. Okay, I think I am going to mark last day of school here. I don't know why. I could have also done that with my highlight color. I usually choose a highlight color for the month that's separate from the pen I'll be using for the entire month. But I don't even have that over here at the moment. So I'll just use the highlighter, or the highlighter, Tombow, for it. All right, so that is my monthly kind of laid out, kind of. And before I move on from here, I will come back at the once I'm done setting everything up to fill in all of the appointments and days and everything. But before I move on, I'm just going to split these. Oh, and as I'm looking, I see I have like a little icon sticker, and these are from the planner spot to signify that this is Father's Day. Okay, I have to know that. That definitely has to stand out. So I want a sticker for that, because we will likely do some things either that day or around that day. So I don't want anything to overlap the icon sticker that I have there. And I could do something that brings in more of the pink, the pinkish kind of color. So yeah, I'll just use this one. I don't like that it's so close to that. Like, maybe I should have put that sticker over there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like them too close together. Okay, whatever. Just stick it down, and I'll trim off that little bit. Alright, so that is everything generally mapped out. And then when I fill in everything, I'll come back and I'll put in my little reminder stickers as well for things that I need to schedule throughout the month. So that is that. And now we'll flip over to where June is going to begin. And this is where I would normally put the Vellum calendar. But before we get to that, I'll need to do the framework for my tracker and for my 1 line a day using the stickers that I have from Randy.plans. Okay, so that's what I'll be using here. And usually what I like to do is also use one of the large scene stickers on the bottom right. And already I know I want to use this one. It's like, it looks like you're lounging, I don't know, in a living room with a nice throw blanket, couple of plants around. That's my vibe. That's what we're doing for June. So that's the one I'll be using as my large scene sticker. I will have enough space. I'm going to use this and this, so these two washies, to create my border down below. Oh, and probably some kind of floral over here. So I always think of this at the last minute, and I don't want it to overlap two things. I don't want it to overlap the actual tracker, and I don't want it to overlap the actual washi tape. So I could do that. Let me look at my tracker for May to see how far we come out. Okay, so instead of this one, I'm gonna go with this one, I think, which is fine. And I'll do the green grid washi over most of the length. That may or may not be even. It's okay. And then I'll overlap this washi, and because it's thicker, like a more glittery kind of washi tape, I have to cut it with scissors. Oh, but I need space. I need to make sure I allow room for that flower that I wanted to put right up there. Oh, duh, and I need to allow room for this sticker that I want to put here. Okay. Let's go to about right there. All right. It's kind of like, I feel like it's upside down. There. I may layer some more stems or flowers or something there, but we'll see. So June only goes to the 30th. So when I put down these stickers, I will not use the 31st. So I'll do it right above the little dots. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this number 31 off right now so that it doesn't get in my way. So of course, I was going to talk about how I can't believe that the year's almost half over and blah, 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 blah. But I feel like it's just a broken record. Like, time goes by super fast, and it just does. So, you know, something that we should all be used to by now. We may not like it, but we should be used to it. But that's okay. I am really excited for the summer, actually. That is my favorite season. Not only because my birthday is in the summer, but just because I like hot weather. So I greatly enjoy the summer, whereas I know a lot of people absolutely do not because they don't like being hot. So those are the numbers, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in the days. So the first starts on a Thursday. So what do you think about the year or how fast time is flying? Do you think it's flying pretty fast? I tend to believe, as I said, that it is, but I also believe like I need to get over myself and just, I don't know, keep living life. What, you know, I would probably complain if I thought that time was going by too slow. So, you know, which one would I prefer? I don't know, too fast, too slow? Do we have opinions about this at all? Should we bother having opinions about this at all? I don't know. So now I'm going to do the rest of my framework for my tracker. And I was about to start filling in my tracker, but honestly, I almost feel like some things need to change maybe. Like, are there things that I want to add, things that I want to take away? I don't know. I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking yes. And that primarily has to do with the things that I keep up at the top of the tracker, but everything down at the bottom is going to generally remain the same. So I do track my sleep hours. Well, let me take that back. When I remember to, I will track my sleep hours. I track my energy levels. That is something that has remained consistent in my tracking. And I do track my cycle because I want to see how it relates to my energy levels. But more importantly, I want to see how it relates to the presence of migraines or things like that. So I do still continue to track those items. And thankfully, I haven't been having migraines much at all. The last one I did have was just after we ran, my husband and I ran, sleep and wait, a half marathon in early May. But before then, it had been, I want to say like 2 to 3 months since I had a migraine, whereas previously it had been monthly. So that was great progress, and I do truly believe that the reason why I had a migraine after that half marathon is because I took way too long to eat after we ran the marathon. So I won't make that mistake again. But I do believe that that was like a one-off type of situation. So that makes me feel pretty good about the progress that I have been making. So now I'm going to go in with the stickers that I need to use for my 1 line a day. And again, I'm going to do the same thing and cut off the number 31. Since June only has 30 days. I'm not sure how much of this video I'm going to talk through, speed through. I'm not sure. But we start on that line. Okay. So I'm just lining up down here to make sure it clears this tall sticker or this larger scene sticker. So like that. And I don't put the days of the week over here on this side. It's kind of redundant because I do have them on this side, and also this will be covered by the monthly calendar if I really do need to see the days of the week, which I don't normally. Okay, so that's my 1 line a day. And I typically like to put some type of deco in the top right corner and also write one line. So let's see, one of these corner stickers might be nice. Do I want to white that out? Not really. Just don't feel like it. Maybe I'm being lazy. I think I'll do this one. There. And put the title here. Alright, and this is one of those Rytech markers that I got from Amazon. So it's just a sign brush pen and the brand is Rytech. And I think that is a really pretty color and it complements the burgundy kind of color in this kit really well. So that kind of color there. And that's why I chose it. And I was right. So now the next step to do for this section is to place in my calendar. Where is my tape? Okay, so using a matte transparent tape, I am just going to tip the calendar in. So that fits right there. This is not accurate or scientific or, you know, perfect in any kind of way. Put that there. Oh, that was pretty wrinkly. Pretty terrible, but you know, it works. Works for me. But it won't stay over here easily. I think it's fine. Alright, so that's the first section of the collection pages. And then the next section is for my goals and reflection or retrospective or whatever you want to call it. So we'll set up the titles for those two pages, and I think I'll do something similar to what I did last month. Maybe. Or maybe not. I was going to use like the two border stickers up at the top. But I don't know. I think I'm going to use the blue border kind of stickers and put them right up at the top, not necessarily centered. They're right there. And then the blue one off of here. And again, not at all centered, on purpose. Alright, so then this will be my goals section. Goal side, I should say, and then this will be my reflection page or retrospective page, but it will house my sticky notes for the month until the end of June, which is when I would come back and do the reflection over here. I'm just trying to think of what marker I would want to use for this. I think I'll use this one and then just write it in. And of course I'm going to overlap that sticker, but whatever. And my 3 consistent goal categories are, what is it? Personal development. I should know this. Business and finances. So that's what I'll write down. The goals that I want to focus on for the month of June once June rolls around. So that's where those spaces will go. And then ideally, unless I have a collection or a note or something, June 1st would begin here. So as you can see, if you're keeping track, this is technically, as far as the Hobonichi cousin goes, the page for June 10th. So I'll be starting June 1st on the page for June 10th. So not too far behind in terms of, you know, how I use up all of the notes pages. And if I'll run out of pages or anything, I will not. I'm pretty sure I won't run out of pages. So that's where June 1st is going to start. So now that all of that is done, we can move into the weeklies. And I mentioned in my previous weekly video, or was it my monthly setup? I'm not sure, but I have the week stickers from Sterling Ink. So I did go ahead one night while watching television, just go through and number all of the weeklies. So those have been done through the end of the year. Alright, so I have a pretty particular and standard layout for my weeklies. It doesn't change. It will not change. The only thing I have to do is choose which colors I want to use for the current week. So typically what I'll do for the first week, I will stick pretty true to the colors and tombos that I have chosen. For the monthly layout, I'll do that for the first week. So it's going to be this darker tombow, and I'll go in and put in some borders for where I like to write down my workouts for the day, and the borders for where I will also mark down our dinners for that day. So I'm going to do the framework for all of the weeks, but for this first week, I'll go ahead and include appointments and things because it is vastly or quickly approaching and I need to actually do that setup. So I'm pretty sure I'll probably speed through a lot of the setup for the other weeklies since it's generally all the same. It's me setting up this same framework, just like I said, picking different colors for the week. Alright, so that's that framework. And then I usually like to do something decorative down in the corner. This one is beautiful. I was going to say it takes up a lot of space, which it does. But listen, I think it works. And I usually will alternate which side I put the deco on. But I like this one on this side. So I'm just going to go for it. I don't know. Oh, so this is transparent. Interesting. So it is transparent. Just the backing is white instead of clear like the other stickers. Huh. I thought they were just white stickers. Okay. Beautiful nonetheless. So that is very pretty. And I do think I should have pulled out more of my appointment stickers, but oh well. So this day is Memorial Day. I don't have appointments and I'm not working. I do know I have a work meeting there on that day. What else? I have something. Two things on Sunday, one of which is probably this video that I think I'm gonna post on Sunday the 4th. We'll see if that actually happens. Oh, I said the first was something. Didn't I say that on my monthly? Yes, the first is something, but I'm going to note that with a marker, and I'm going to use a different color green. Let's go with Tombow 228. Oh, I need to put some deco up here. So before I even start writing that stuff down, what kind of deco do I want to put up there? I could go with like full-on washi tape. Which is not a terrible idea. Or I could do more stickers than anything else. I'll do washi. I think maybe washi and maybe some stickers after that. But the point of doing this first is so that I can make sure I have enough room to write down my appointments or any notes that I like to make up at the top of each day. Just want to make sure that they are that I write them down in the appropriate spot. Okay. So that washi is not bad. I feel like I want more of these sterling ink stickers somewhere, but before I do that, I'll write June up there. And what was I saying? Oh, the first. So the first, I do have something. This is kind of like an all-day thing, so I'll put that there. And what else did I have this first week? Nothing else. Is that right? I feel like I'm missing something. If I am, I'll come back and fill it in. But speaking of fill in, I do want to use some more stickers. Since this is Memorial Day, I can actually cover a lot of that up because there are no appointments. There's nothing going on that day. This one's nice. I'll just put this like there, mostly on that side. And I'll probably letter in Memorial Day. There will likely be a workout. Won't likely be me cooking anything for dinner, so I won't need that spot. And then I have my list down at the bottom. So I'll go back in with the Tombow 228 to make my list. So I usually have a task list I know I'm going to use for this week. I have a cleaning list, an errands list. I don't want to do errands next week. Probably sounds weird to most people, but I don't want to, so I'm not going to. So that's gonna be my task list. My cleaning list, yeah, I'll have a cleaning list. What other lists will I have? I'll usually do like a next week kind of list. That's what I'll leave it at for now. I'll use my pen for titling the list. And I don't think that's straight, but it's okay. So this one, all right, so oh, there are also some day specific things that I do know. For instance, Wednesday is laundry day. And yes, even though I know this to be true, and it's always a fact, I do have to write it on my weekly list. What's today? Oh, you know what? Something I feel like I needed to do. Tracker photos. I'm just transferring a few of my tasks over. that I know I'll have to do when this week starts. I feel like there's something else that I can't think of at the moment. Okay, so this first week of June is set up. This first week of June is what I would call ready for me to start the week. And usually, I don't know if you saw it, I will sometimes make a note to myself, or like a little sticky note of some dinners that I have planned, or dinner ideas for the week and workouts for the week. This was actually for this week. So I'll leave it on the sticky until I know exactly what days, what things are going to happen. I don't like to plan out the meals here because things change and then I'll want to like erase it. So this really captures what actually happened. And I believe I could say that for the entire layout. Sometimes some of the tasks that I'll put up at the top, some of those top priorities for each day will get moved, but for the most part, this is documenting what happened during the timetable. So like during working hours, if there were meetings or appointments or things that I needed to get to, I'll fill those in here. And then the tasks that I like to get done will get transferred to my dailies when I have time. They just get, you know, tucked in wherever. But the workouts and the dinners are what actually happened. So that is how that goes. So I will say this first week is done, and let's get on to the next one. So off the top of my head, I would like to focus on the pinkish purplish kind of color that's in this set. So let's start there. So like I was saying, I really want to play up the burgundy-ish color, and I pulled out this washi along with this one from Lauren Phelps. I don't know why. So we're gonna see how that works. I also think I want to do these pinky kind of dots that I have from Sweet Caress. So even though I said I'm not setting up appointments, I will stick a few of these dots down and maybe just tuck this into this page so that when this week rolls around, I'll remember to use them. All right, so first things first, I think I'm gonna set up with, so I like the color of this washi, but the design of it goes like long ways. So it's a little bit difficult to use or to fully appreciate, you know, the way it's set up unless I use it that way. So I think what I'm going to do is cut some of this off. Have this over in the corner and just use this as a starting point for layering other stickers on top. I also think that I wanted to use some of this washi, maybe both at the top and at the bottom. So I'll do this along the 7 o'clock line. On both sides. Oops. So that's there. Do I want to put it up top too? Or do I feel like that's too much? I don't know. I'll reserve that for a moment. And then let's see what other stickers I can layer on this one so it feels a little more cohesive. So I like this one. It kind of has an edge or border already built in. And then I do have this one that I reserved. So I want to put that there. But I almost feel like it's not enough greenery on this one. So maybe if I do that and overlap it with some other greenery. But I think this one's pretty on there. So maybe just do that. I thought it was kind of too much. Maybe it's not. Okay, let's just go for it. Alright. I'll come back to add in a little bit more before I forget. So I've got, what was on the 6th? A full day thing? Something? Oh yeah, 2 full day things. So I've got 6th, 7th, 8th. Do I even have enough of these? Oh boy, do I even have enough? Alright, so what if I separate work from non-work? I'll do work in this color. So that is there. And actually it's kind of like all day-ish. Where's my work phone? So I got the 5th, 6th. Okay, that's it. All right, for work. So just those 2 for work for next week. And then the ones, what did I say? I have a nail appointment, I think. There we go. On the 7th, right? Yeah. And then 8th and the 10th. Now I can put that there. Okay, so I'm going a little bit farther than I would normally go in terms of putting down stickers for appointments. That's fine. And then I'll use this marker to do my borders for dinners and workouts. As I'm doing this little border, I'm actually thinking that I would like to fill in the areas between here with like a tan or beige kind of color to also bring in some more of that washi that I have at the bottom. So that might be like a Tombow 990 or 942. Let's see. Let's see what I got. Alright, so 942. Maybe. I think that's the one. And I got it right here. So, and I'll do down here as well. So I have my list that I'm going to need for the week that are going to go down here, and I'm not yet ready to put them down there, so I'll hold off on that for a moment. I do want to do more deco up at the top, and it's going to be these stickers. I'm just trying to see how many different ones I have. Oh, so I do have this really big one that I love, which I don't think I'm gonna put on this spread even though I love it. Okay, so I got that one, I got this one. Oh, I still have this one that I didn't use. Maybe I'll use this one as a border. Right up there. And then to bring in some more color right between there. And then I thought about overlapping this teapot, which I really wish I had more. You know what that means? That means I need to go buy more. I need to go to the Sterling Ink website and order some, because I really do like that little teapot. So do I want this teapot or the smaller one? Let's do the smaller teapot. Because it's just cute. And I'll leave it there for now. I am going to write June. Up here. And I'm not sure what color marker I'm going to use for the tops or the titles of my list down at the bottom. So I'm going to just leave that blank for now as well. And then as the week comes around, I will start to add in more. Now the thing about June, I noticed there are pretty much 3 whole weeks. So I do feel like that's a lot for me to like wrap my head around setting up for the entire month. There are some stickers that a friend of mine gave me. She shared some with me and I have to remember where I put them. They are some pet tapes from a recent Lauren Phelps release. Where are they? I would love to use those for one of the weeklies. Oh my goodness, where did I put them? I always do this. I put things away or put them up so that, you know, they're in like a special place so that I don't lose them or damage them, and then I forget where in the world I actually put them. So let me go find those, and then I'll set up more of the last 3 weeks, and then I'll come back and we'll walk through all of my setups for the month of June. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, obviously. So I have done all the things that I said I was going to do. I filled in my monthly with the dates and everything, and I put my little sticky note reminders back in here. So June is ready to go, ready to get started. And then my collection pages for the month. So I already tabbed it, and I'm thinking I'm going to do January through June and then July through December. So 6 months and then 6 months in terms of using the tabs and like spacing them out. So anyway, so I put in the tab for June. So this takes us to the collection pages for the month. I still have not filled in all of my topics or categories for my habit tracking. I'm going to give that a little bit more thought, and as we get closer to the start of the month, I'll then decide if there are going to be some things that I add or take away to the things or the habits I've been tracking so far. But the framework is set up and ready for me, and then my 1 line a day is set up as well. Oh, and for the habits for the month, I'm going to use N57. So Tombow N57 to mark where I do like my energy levels down here. So that's the color I'll be using for the month here, and that's that darker grayish greenish kind of color. So use that for that. And my 1 line a day, like I said, is set up and ready. And then the next page, my goals section, I will fill this in once May is complete. Once I see the things or the goals, the goal tasks that I did complete for May, or things I might want to expand on, or things I might want to move that didn't get done in May. That is definitely highly plausible that things didn't happen the way I planned. But I'll fill this in when June gets here. And then this is my reflection page for the month, where I will house all of my sticky notes, my inbox type of sticky notes throughout the course of June. And then at the end of the month, I'll come back here and fill in those questions that I like to ask myself at the end of the month. So that's what that's for. And then turning to the weeklies for June, I was able to set up all 5 weeklies. I talked you through, or you were here with me for the first two. So this is the first week of June, and then the second week of June, where I'm leaning more into the pinkish, burgundy-ish kind of colors that are in the Sterling Ink set. And then for the next 3 weeks, I tried to do a little something different. I wanted to lean more into the grays that is in this sticker here, and I did that a little bit. And I also brought in that daisy washi, that glittery daisy washi that I have from Paper Minty Studio, along with a few of the little stickers from the Sterling Ink kit. And I think this is really cool, really pretty. I think after all of the color of this spread, I'll be ready for something a bit more neutral. So that's why I went with this color scheme for this week. And then as the week approaches, I will set up my list down here. So my tasks, errands, cleaning lists, whatever else list that I want to choose or want to set up for this week. And then that's the third week. And then the fourth week of June, sorry, I actually wanted to use some of those Lauren Phelps design stickers or pet tape that a friend of mine gave me. And that's where these like coffee and the coffee markings come from. And then all of the blue florals are from the Sterling Ink kit. So this floral here and all the other florals are from the Sterling Ink kit. And then these larger stickers are from the Lauren Phelps Designs pet tape. So I'm really liking this. I'm liking the blues. I'm not sure what other color I'm going to accent this spread with, because I imagine my list might not be in blue, or like when I'm marking down my appointments, there's going to be some other color that I like to use for those, but we'll see once the week gets here. Just the most important part is that everything is set up and ready for me as soon as the week approaches. And then the last week of June, which trickles into July a little bit, I used another set of the Lauren Phelps stickers that a friend of mine, or pet tape that a friend of mine gave me, and these are all plant focused or plant themed, and I thought they were really cute. So I used some of those to look like they're hanging from shelves, or to look like they are shelves throughout the layout. And I used a lot of the green. So I used Tombow 249 for the darker green, and then Tombow 192 for the lighter green color. So this is going to be a very green and plant heavy spread. I don't have a lot of the Sterling Ink stickers here. I do have these smaller floral stickers from the Sterling Ink kit, but I imagine when the week approaches and as it progresses, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be adding a bit more deco throughout the spreads, and that applies for all of the weekly spreads that I put together. And this layout that I've been using since 2021, I believe, is working. I used to always switch up my weekly layouts to see, you know, what could work better, what would I like to change, what would I like to adjust. But honestly, as it currently stands, and like I said, since about 2021, I've been using the same weekly layout, the same format. It's not broke, so I'm not trying to fix it. So do I think I'll ever get bored of it? I don't know. I might. I don't know. Maybe like when the season of my life changes, I want something a bit different. We will see. But as it stands now, and especially for this busier time of my life, it really helps me to have all of the weekly layouts set up and ready to go before the week even gets here. So that is my full setup for the month of June. Again, I know this was a long video, but I truly appreciate you for sticking through the entire length of the video with me. I certainly appreciate you, and I hope that you had fun setting up your June planner spread if you did it along with me, or whatever else you might have been doing. Maybe you're cleaning the house. I don't know. But I thank you for spending your day with me as I was setting up all of this in my planner for the month of June. I truly appreciate you for watching, and don't forget to check me out over on Instagram if you want to see how any of these spreads evolve over the course of the month. I am at Martin-MadeCo over there. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.